Hello everybody and welcome to Toyah at Home. I'm sitting here with my beautiful husband. Now, last Sunday, my family got together. That's my brother, my sister, my brother's wife and our nephew Toby and Rachel, his girlfriend. And we visited Sharpness, the River Severn estuary as it goes out onto the sea. Now, I filmed my brother, but the sound didn't work because we were in this absolute gale of a wind blowing on the microphone. So we want to react to me talking to my brother. Now, the thing that is really quite remarkable about last Sunday is 3 months ago, my brother had a stroke. And when we saw him in December, he looked very, very poorly. But what we found out this Sunday was when we saw him in December, he had, unknowns to him, COVID. And none of us got it, which is just remarkable. You were with us.
Yeah.
None of us got his COVID, which is why he looks so unwell. But on this Sunday, my brother Kim looks really, really well and he's back to normal. He's fully recovered from his stroke. So this is the estuary that when the tide was out, 2 weeks of every year, usually in August, my mum, dad, Kim and myself would go on the boat. We'd moor on the canal, I believe, or the old river at Sharpness Docks. And we would play on the mud flats in the River Severn estuary. Now, I can't tell you how dangerous this is because you can see the rip tide of this. You can see it ripping past, but also we're pointing to the lock where we used to play and swim. And we would take tea trays and slide down the mud flats. And we'd hit pieces of glass because there was glass factories near Gloucester, and they would churn out these broken pieces, huge chunks of glass, and we'd collect them. And we'd cut ourselves on them, we'd cut our legs, but there was no fear back then. There was no fear of water and no fear of injury. And when we were children, across this estuary was a bridge. But when I was about 9 or 8, a tanker hit the bridge and brought it down. And the bridge and the tanker caught fire. So this happened in my lifetime. And this is just the most remarkable place. And there's this lonely lock keeper's cottage that I've always had a fantasy that I'd live in one day. It's probably a silly fantasy because just with the wind blowing, you can tell it's not going to work. And ahead of us is my sister, Toby, our nephew, and girlfriends, and my brother Kim's wife.
I have a question, lovey. When you had your family 2 weeks...
A holiday,
yes.
2 week holiday.
Did Nicola go along on those?
No. No, sadly, my mother didn't get on with Nicola and she was sent away for the summer to stay with our aunts. And rather sadly, my sister has no memory of her childhood because of her relationship with my mother, which was a lot more brutal than my brother and myself. Nikki is slowly getting her memory back. Kim has memory. Both Kim and I witnessed really quite terrifying things. But my sister has no memory of it. And what we're doing now is we're building happy memories. We've decided, since my brother had his stroke, that we now have to build happy memories. So we're going to get together more regularly than once a year and live in the present day. But it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful.
Yes, it is, lovey.
And I need to take you there.
Yes, all right. I'm up for that too.
So more to come, more to come. I'm going to show you other excerpts from the day and from a rather wonderful trip to Glasgow where I got stranded in Glasgow this week.
Good, dear.
So this is my family, everybody. There's, look, we have a nephew. We've got a nephew. My sister. This is Rachel, who not only flies aeroplanes, she races cars as well. There's Chris, my brother Kim.
Hello.
Nicola.
You've done me.
And ratbag Toby, who refused to be filmed.
Too miserable.
Miserable git. He takes after all the Wilcoxes. So have you had a nice day?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Today.
Yay! Normally we only get together in December, so this is a bonus. So I've been walking for an hour now, and I'm back at the lockkeeper's cottage, but this rip tide, I mean, it's coming down from Gloucester. It's so fast, but already it's exposing the wrecked boats, which I used to play on as a child. I just want to try and show you how fast that's moving. So I used to play in that as a child. My brother and I used to take tea trays off our father's boat, and we would just kind of sledge down the mud flats. And I've always had an ambition to live here in the old lockkeeper's house, which is now a museum, quite rightly. It's very, very remote. But what I love is this lock. I love it. Crystal clear. Fish swimming. They'll come and take food out of your hands. I just absolutely love it. And this is the old lockkeeper's cottage. Now, I'm about to go over a bridge that's going to change everything, because I go from the inner flood protection wall to the sea wall. This is amazing. I loved it here. We'd spend 2 weeks every year here. Oh, and I love that lock. I love that it's still so remote. And here we go. So I'm just trying to catch up with my sister, who still isn't showing any signs of jet lag, having spent 24 hours travelling back from Perth. I think she was in Sydney, and then she flew over to Perth, or caught the train. She's running away from me. So did you get the train from Perth, or did you get a plane?
We flew from Perth to Darwin,
Okay, and then you flew to the UK.
and then we should have picked up the GAN, the train at Darwin, but the flooding didn't allow it.
Oh,
So we were flown from Darwin to Alice Springs.
oh, okay. But when you came back,
We went Melbourne, Perth,
yeah,
and then from Perth to Heathrow.
okay, and that was 24 hours ago.
Yes.
I just can't believe you're still standing up, because I've only ever done that once on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, and it took me about 3 months to recover.
Let's see what happens in an hour's time.
Okay, I'm just going to show this incredible view. Here we go. Look at that. I just love it. Love it. I've now decided I want to live in that house. Could you live here? Sorry.
What do you mean say? I think it's wonderful.
I mean, just look at that.
Look at that. I know, it's stunning.
There's this kind of silence about
I know.
it. So I've managed to come back to Sharpness, and it's 4 days later. So since I was here with my family, I've been to Glasgow and I've made 5 programmes. I was in Bristol this morning doing a voiceover. So this is the Severn Estuary with the tide out, and you can see the mud flats that I'm talking about. And my brother and I would play on those mud flats all day long on our summer holiday, and we'd be sliding up and down them on tea trays, having mud fights. So this is quite stunning to be able to catch this. So the tide is coming in onto the Severn, going up to Gloucester. Still blustery. There's that beautiful lock. So this is how my brother and I got out onto the mud flats. So that was my family having the first of what hopefully will be quite a few happy memory moments this year. Now, I've also been in Glasgow this week working on House of Games with Richard Osman and an absolute team of wonderful people. We were so anarchic. We had such a laugh. There was Chris Hughes from 2017's Love Island. There was Inel Tomlinson, who was just an absolute scream. And also Deborah Stevenson, who I worked with on the movie Give Them Wings. And we had a lot of fun up in Glasgow. And I just took a few little memento movies to show you because I really love being on rivers in big cities. So have a look at this. Hello, I'm in Glasgow and the sun is out. Look at this gorgeous landscape. And there is the Hydro where I played last October opening for Billy Idol. And it's really lovely to be back. I'm learning all my songs for Toyah and Robert. We've just been announced at the Isle of Wight Festival and there's another big announcement happening any minute now. Now this week in Glasgow I'm making 5 programs, but I need to bring 7 outfits. You always bring spare outfits. I just want you to see the genius of my packing. This is my suitcase and I have 7 outfits in it. Yeah, if I was with Robert, there'd be at least 10 suitcases. So I'm going to go for a walk. I just have to walk along the Clyde in the sunshine. So I'm just on my way to the BBC and it's just so fantastic to have all of this in the background and this absolutely incredible view. And the sun is out, which believe me is quite rare in this city. So it's fantastic. And I just love the fact that I worked over there 6 months ago and now I'm about to be working over here. I just love how geography pulls everything together. It's really exciting. I can't tell you the outcome of House of Games. That's press embargoed, but it will all be on your TVs very, very soon. And wow, we had such a fantastic time. And then I got stranded in Glasgow because all the flights were cancelled. But I got home about 7 hours later. After a remarkable journey from Glasgow to the City of London airport through, I don't know, just the strangest route around London because traffic wasn't moving at midnight. And then up through Cheltenham and home. Crazy, crazy, but I did get home. I'm going to finish today with a performance of Brilliant Day, which is off Ophelia's Shadow. And this is a beautiful performance. It's an acoustic live performance from 1991 with the incredible Chris Bonacci on acoustic guitar. And I just love this performance. It's got so much attitude. This was the beginning of grunge. This was the beginning of the Seattle movement. And I'm looking quite grungy. I am singing absolutely brilliantly. And what I love about this song, Brilliant Day, is it came to me in a flash of inspiration. I just finished in Midsummer Night's Dream at the Birmingham Rep playing Hermia, which was one of my first live Shakespeare stage plays. And during this run, all of us went off in the car in the daytimes and had adventures. And one adventure was having lunch at Charingworth Manor. And this was one of the first times I'd ever been to this manor. And it was such a glorious lunch with butlers serving us. And it was such a pleasure. And then we went back to the city to perform Midsummer Night's Dream. So that is what this song is about. This performance is fantastic. My voice is on form. Chris Bonacci is just amazing. And she used to play with Girls' School and we did a lot of writing together, Lust for Love, lots of other really fantastic songs we did together. And it's been lovely to see this, but I'm not going to give a reaction to this performance. I just want you to enjoy it because this is 1991 and that's a long time ago. Me, now, I'm going to go and take an antihistamine because I'm just so puffed up with hay fever. It's in my eyes, it's everywhere. I hope you're all okay. We'll see you tonight for an Objects of Desire and tomorrow there will be another crazy Sunday lunch. Take care, everybody, and lots of love from Toyah. Mwah! Ah, ah, ah.
of our world. You and the wheel bring full of stories. He on the backseat dreaming of glory. He was in the cockpit of a Western Lights and shooting at the dull, great shoppers. Always knew when he looked at me. A chivalrous touch by electricity. We three will never be again. Life will hold us apart. Sense of touch was in the air. Tactility on this brilliant day. Brilliant day. Brilliant day. Brilliant day. Up the drive to an old manor house. Butler by the door with a welcome smile. Securely sewn a nice tapestry. Headlight lords and ladies. Like a needle and thread on embroidery. We're so complete in our company. I could have cried as we drive into the doors and chores. Closed doors of the big city. We will never be again. Life will hold us apart. Sense of touch was in the air.